Am I the a-hole for allowing only my daughter and grandchild to move in, excluding her husband? The husband has lived in their apartment for several years. The owners recently sold it and the new ones are moving in, so my daughter and her husband have to move. The problem is rents have gone up dramatically. The rent they are paying is $1,100 for a one-bedroom, which I thought was a lot, but now that I'm trying to help them find a place, most are now going for around $2,000 a month or more. They can't afford this. My daughter knows she is always welcome at home. Granted, a baby complicates things. I wasn't happy about her having a baby because she's too young, just turned 22, but I would never deny her housing. However, I can't stand her husband, let's just call him Aaron for simplicity's sake. I wouldn't consider inviting Aaron over for dinner, let alone allowing him to live with me. In his mid-30s, he has a criminal history and a hair-trigger temper. Additionally, his chronic immaturity and intense jealous or possessive streak have created significant strain in their relationship, which I strongly disapprove of. Honestly, when she informed me that she was pregnant, I genuinely believed it would mark the end of Aaron's presence in their lives. Given their on and off relationship, since she was around 18 or 19, I thought he was the type to walk away. However, to my surprise, it only seemed to make him cling to her even more tightly. They had a very rushed wedding, and this is their longest stint together without any breakups, just over a year. There's still been a fair share of dramatics, of course, but I am surprised they've made it this far. Even so, I simply don't want to live with Aaron. I don't like him, and I don't want him around me. I'd go above and beyond for my daughter and the baby. They can stay as long as they need, but not him. This has created a rift between my daughter and me. She doesn't want to live separately from Aaron. I told her that she needed to figure out alternative arrangements. Well, their move-out date is rapidly approaching on the 15th of December, and they've still not been able to find a place, and she's panicking. She's been begging me to let them stay. I reiterated my terms. Aaron simply cannot stay here. This led to a lot of tears and some angry words, namely, me being an a-hole. I can genuinely see why she might think that, but I also have to think about myself and my sanity. Am I the a-hole?
Here are the top comments plus Opie's reply. Not the a-hole. If she's adult enough to get pregnant and get married, she's also adult enough to figure things out. Either she accepts your terms or they can stay with friends or his family. Can't have it both ways. Opie replied.
Unfortunately, that's not really how things work. I realize that even adults need help from time to time. Heck, I need help occasionally too. For my own sanity, my helpfulness has its own limits, and I hope my daughter will eventually understand this. I realize they are in a tough spot. The vast majority of her friends live at home still, whereas the ones that don't live with multiple roommates and aren't in a position to help. Aaron, from what I've gathered, doesn't really have family beyond a brother in another province. I know he's done a lot of work on himself and has distanced himself a great deal from his former friends. I realize their options are extremely limited, but like I said, my ability to help has its limits.
It's your house and your life. You are being very generous in your offer. I get that she doesn't want to be separated from her husband, but just because he's worked on himself does not wash away all of the hurt that he's caused. Stand strong. Do not be guilted into this.